Yo, pulled up to the set when I heard that brutal sound of the bass. Start to feel like I'm dreaming, man, should have seen that look on my face. But I'm so low-key, I'm an anonymous G that I left no trace. But when I step 1 foot in the room, I'ma set this pace. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this down. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this. Yeah. My God. Yeah. I feel like king of the hill when they're king of the hill. My God. Yeah, yeah. It feels like murder, murder. Setting them alight when I lit that flame. Try pulling up side by side for the race, just realize that we're in a different lane. Yeah, see I'm out here killing the game. How can you claim that we're living the same? See in reality we ain't on a similar stage. You're sitting in the crib while I'm singing my name. That flames, whole of the city on lock. The coldest flows and the cream of the crop. Weave them bees with a lean and a bop. Got a phone line ringing to the heat don't stop. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this down. I feel like king of the hill when they're never gonna take my crown. That's the type of my sound, better rise up when I shut this. Yeah. My God. Yeah. I feel like king of the hill when they're king of the hill. My God. Yeah.
And I'm miserable about it. Wake me up when September ends. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, well, hello. We got a fabulous show today. We're talking about Shamalama Ding Dong, and I'm excited about it. We've got our fabulous co-hosts with me. We have the wonderful, the lovely Miss Maggot Edits. Hello, Maggot.
Hi, hi.
And we got Peepaw Reverter, who doesn't get any adjectives.
I am the adjective.
You are, therefore you is. Is you, therefore you ain't.
I am the one who agitates, so therefore I am the adjective.
Ah, you are an agitator. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I could see that.
Exactly.
How's it going, everybody in the chat? We got K-Huck, we got Trippy Savage. I see Maggot, and the other people I'm sure will be showing up relatively soon. We get people rolling in as the show goes along. So yeah. So Boogie in the news, huh? Again, he seems to be staying in the news these days.
Boogie,
good for him.
Boogie in the yeah. Listen, we're not actually going to be talking today about the collaborative thing that he's doing with Mike Klum, the documentary. Well, we will be talking about Mike Klum's documentary a little bit, but you know, we just saw some pictures that broke loose. I think yesterday afternoon. Where Mike Klum, I guess, is doing a documentary on Mr. Cupcake himself. And for whatever reason, he had Boogie there. That seems like a really strange mix-up to me.
Yeah, quick thing before we get like rolling on that. The one, because I know that today's show is not necessarily about the EDP stuff, but I am curious.
Excuse me, that's Mr. Cupcake.
Oh, Mr. Cupcake. Excuse me. Yeah, I shouldn't say his name because otherwise YouTube will ding us. Actually, that was actually the point I was going to make. Was I'm very curious about that documentary. If for no other reason than one thing, what is YouTube going to do with that? because it's Mike Klum, right? So the idea
Sure.
is, I guess it would be not, let's say, pro Cupcake Man, but like, I mean, like it's probably going to be trying to, and it's like YouTube has been relatively pro Cupcake Man themselves. So how is that going to go, YouTube? I hope you guys have figured it out, because it seems to be dropping relatively soon, I guess, if they're shooting it now. So
I know the last one, I think he was like over a year working and editing it. So,
well, in film time, that's relatively soon, but yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
It'll be a minute. Still,
bad. I don't know the terminology and the time.
No. You're not even wrong. I'm just trying to save face.
You big wig, movie makers and stuff. You filmmakers. So
I don't have enough hair to flip. I've been trying to do it all weekend, and it just doesn't work.
Well, maybe get a hold of Pizzle. You can borrow one of her wigs.
Oh, there you go. I'll get me a weave. I'll put that in there. Just clip it on. Whatever. Stop dropping that.
1000%. So, all right. Buckle up, buttercups, because I'm sure a lot of you have seen the video, the YouTube video that was put out by, let me get this guy's name.
Lunar Parks.
Lunar Parks.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, real quick, because I don't know. I know. I don't know too much about him, but it is really funny. This is kind of a throwback for me, because the first time I heard Lunar Park's name was when I was editing Wham! Recording.
Sorry, what was that?
It was a show called oh shit, I don't remember anymore. Shit, I said it that one time, but now I can't remember. It was Wham! Recording. Wham! Recording. It was Wham! Recording. It was one of the first interviews I think they did. Maybe the third one. I think they did E Skeletox, and he actually was the person who came on, and he was talking about a video that he had done. I guess about Lunar Parks and stuff, and the shit he was saying was pretty shupaishi. So interesting cat, and didn't expect to hear that name again, especially not in the context of this type of interview.
Yeah.
But that's about as much insight as I have.
Just a real quick question before we get in too deep into this, because I shared out the video that Lunar put out. Did either one of you two happen to get a chance to watch it? If you didn't, I totally understand.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I didn't. I knew better even to ask you, Maggot. Maggot doesn't.
You really did just ask me though. So.
I was being courteous. Once again, I'm gonna quit being courteous, and I'm gonna just be an asshole. But that's okay. I mean, I can do that. I can do that.
Won't. No, you won't. You literally won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
100%. I can.
No, you won't.
Okay.
You won't.
So anyway, I've watched the video by Lunar, and I was like, I know D.Max had some thoughts about the fact that it was Lunar Period that put the video out, right? I don't know if you want to share any of those thoughts publicly or not.
I don't know. I just I don't really have any. I don't know. I don't have like a big take with that. It's just more so I was more just surprised, right? It's like you don't hear about somebody for a long time, and then he comes back, and that's what it is, and it's like, what? It's like out of left field kind of a thing more than anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, so where all this
I have no beef with Lunar Parks, by the way.
No,
I just think like
no.
Yeah, the stories I heard though were wild, but like other than that, I don't know.
I honestly didn't know Lunar Parks from Adam. I didn't know anything about the dude.
Yeah.
Right? What? And he's relatively small. He's like the rest of us. He's a micro creator. I think so. What they refer to us as is these micro creators. But the fact that he got the interview with Flaming Star, the shaman, right? That in itself was, I was like, and here's where my dumb butt was like, I was like, that was actually like pretty smart, right? I wished I'd have been that smart.
Yeah, going and reaching out to Flaming Star. Yeah,
and interviewing him, right? But
why not?
I'm never that big brained about things. So that's probably why we'll always remain a micro creator, which is
it's fine. And that's not even true, by the way. Eventually, one of these days, something like that will happen. We'll have like a dinger of a thought and go, oh yeah, maybe we could just actually. Yeah, I think it could happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So let's get into
it. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Exactly. It's not the size of the creator. It's how you use it. Remember that, boys.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I actually don't know about that.
That was funny. It was a joke.
It was funny. It is funny. No, you were right. It's funny.
Guys, come on.
It's a Sunday, right?
Listen, I just
It's the Lord's Day, Peepaw.
no. I'm not even exaggerating. Probably maybe a half hour before we started getting into VC here to talk, got berated by my youngest son because of the little clip section that I took out of one of my streams the other night that I had with Maggot.
Was it the little girl?
Yes.
Oh my God. What is it with your youngest son? He does this all the time where he just starts berating you over your morning show antics. This is such a role reversal here.
He was just like, didn't you raise us not if you couldn't say something nice, not say anything? And I said, no, that sounds like something your mom would say. I said, if someone's going to be stupid and get on public, national television, you roast the hell out of them. I don't give a shit how old or young. I don't give a damn. No. So anyway. But anyway, I had a word of words and battle of wits with him. It was fun. We enjoyed it. It's our love language, kind of, I guess, father and son love language. But anyway, all right.
Fair enough.
So February 28th, Boogie puts out a tweet, says, "Oh my God, the medicine man," quote, medicine man. I love how he's now saying, quote, medicine man.
Oh my God. Yeah, right.
It's a little bit of a change from when he did the Mike Klum documentary.
He's not all in anymore.
Yeah, who I worked with in the documentary. He came to my house, spray painted thief on my house as well as PDF file. Anyway, he goes on to say, "I'm currently 1,000 miles away, so I can't take photos, but we'll post them as soon as I get them from roommates." He then goes on to show a couple of screenshots here from Facebook saying where he's actually threatening him. He says, "City of Fayetteville chose war. This was very unwise, protecting," and he names a bunch of people, aka Boogie2988. All the tomahawks are out. So, Lord Jesus, round up the wagons.
Holy beans, dude!
Circle
Isn't this
the wagons,
enough? I mean,
boys.
isn't this enough to go to the police? This is credible because this is a credible threat. I mean, we said this before, but
sure.
It like the guy knows where he lives now. Well, because of this, I guess we'll get into. We know that he is the guy who actually did go to Boogie's house
1,000%.
and spray paint his
1,000%.
spray painted his garage door, spray painted his roommate's car, we'll get into it. I don't want to bury the lead,
So subsequently, exactly. I'm not trying to slow roll you guys. Remember, it is getting close to, and sundowners and all that stuff. So, I gotta throw my
tendency to jump ahead. It's my fault.
No, I have to throw in I don't want you guys to be ableist. I mean, give old man a break.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, Boogie did finally get some pictures from his roommate. Says he destroyed my roommate's car for no reason, and also he can't spell. So you can see here where he put, I don't know what this word is. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but maybe he was tripping shrooms. I don't know.
Listen, I already made this joke on a previous Clear's Mud, literally the last one. Yeah. But it still looks like to me, it's like somebody typed in on ChatGPT or something like that. Show me an image of a garage door that says PDF file, and then the AI is okay, here's the garage door, and then it misspells it like they always do in the ChatGPT.
Yeah. And of course, the word
that one's right. That's an easier word.
Yeah, it's a bit easier.
I'm surprised he got the. They would be really funny if it was thief spelled THEEF.
Well, you know what it is. PDF file is like a 3-syllable word, right?
Yeah, and that'll win you the spelling bee.
Yeah, and thief is one. So and of course he showed here where he spray painted his roommate's car. Just the windows. He didn't actually spray paint the car. This stuff that you're seeing, that looks like actually like some I don't know what tree that is from, but it's like blooms and stuff off of the tree that's fell in the car. Is basically what it boils down to is his roommate is lazy and didn't wash his car recently. That's all that really is, right? I think some people kind of thought this was like, because as you're going to see here in this this next tweet here, Boogie was talking about thanking everybody for their support and so forth, whatever. This guy here, Stealth David, says, "Come on, dude, McJugger Nuggets killing his dad on YouTube was a better fake than this. The spray paint look fake chalk spray paint. He was kind enough not to smash and window. It's supposed to be any windows, I guess. Also kind enough not to get any chalk paint on the actual paintwork of the car. Dodged all the CCTV. Boogie doesn't have any CCTV. The only thing he actually ever had was one of those Ring cameras, right, which was over there by his front door. I don't know where he got this idea that they have all this CCTV stuff, but he does. He does now.
Give him too much charitability to Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie actually has put out subsequent tweets saying now that they do actually have cameras. So I guess he contracted someone to come in and put some cameras in around his house, right? And he shows some, cans here, whatever, right? Boogie goes on to say, "Believe what you want, but you can check the police records when you're ready to be wrong." And he shows here this here.
That response kind of reminds me of something that you were telling somebody else or a few people last night, when we were playing Fortnite off air.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if there's any goblins in the audience, maybe, I don't know. Well, hold on really quick. Can you go back to the garage door photo if you have that?
Sure.
Just because somebody actually had a good point.
Which
I
one?
didn't see this before. The other one. Please.
Yeah.
Because, Toxic Dome in chat said, did he combine pedo and thief? And I was like, oh, that could be what he was trying to do. But no, he's just stupid. Never mind. Never mind. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, you can see here Boogie shows police report. I can confirm this is, and I'm only showing this because Boogie already put it out there. So this is the two. There was two separate incidences. The first one was on the 28th. This was where the criminal mischief, and people say, well, why is it labeled criminal mischief? It's labeled criminal mischief because whenever they called it in, this is just the police and fire dispatch logs. That's how the dispatcher put it into the log, was a criminal mischief call, right? This is where the spray painting occurred. This one, harassment. This was of a subsequent thing that occurred. We're going to get into that because allegedly, I have to say allegedly on all this stuff at this point, Flaming Star returned back to wrong button. Returned back to Boogie's house, got into a confrontation with his roommate because allegedly he stole the plate that goes over the water main and vandalized Boogie's house with it. We'll get more into that when we actually get into the
interview.
Video. Yeah. Now, this next one, I know people feel a certain way about things, and this next thing I'm gonna just cover this real briefly. And there's a couple reasons why I'm doing this. Okay. So this here is the Facebook page of Flaming Star. Now, if you see right here, it says public figure. This is a page. This is not his personal page. This is like a page that a celebrity or public entity, something like that, would have. Okay, so
like a YouTuber would have a page like this. I'm sure some of them do. Yeah.
Matter of fact, look at here. I have a public page on YouTube. You see right here, Riveter. That's my public Facebook page. Okay.
Yeah.
That is tied to
because you're a boomer.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Back when I first started doing YouTube and stuff, I thought, trying to promote it on Facebook and stuff would be a good thing. I'll tell you right now, I think I got zero traction. It's still there. I just don't use it. Okay. So it is what it is. But anyway.
RIP Facebook.
RIP Facebook. So anyway, you can see here, he's promoting the interview that he did with Lunar. He's talking about this. He also, there's one other thing I wanted to show in here, that was, okay. So here's the one that Boogie tweeted out, right? This is where he's actually, getting hand-to-hand combat training, with
What
this
the
guy.
fuck? The muscle, virginity, jet, the eye. What the fuck? What are these? What
I
are
don't-
What are these subtitles? What the fuck?
I think it's like the auto-generated text thing, and it's like because they're far away, it doesn't say it right. So whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like the muscle something. He's probably just telling him about pressure points or something like that. But yeah, that's hilarious. The muscle virginity. I don't know if I want the Shamalama Ding Dong to be doing anything with muscle virginity. You know what I mean? I just think that should be like removed from this story.
But anyway, he says he actually tags Boogie, which I don't think this is any. Hopefully, I don't know how much you guys, but Steve Williams is Boogie's legal name. I don't think that's necessarily.
No, it's pretty public.
He goes on to say here, and he actually lists Boogie and some other people. I don't know who these people are, so I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on that. And there's one other thing here. It says this was 6 days ago. He put out, says recover inventory loss from a robbery organized by this guy. This is the fundraiser. He started a fundraiser to try to raise money. He's got a $900 goal. So why am I showing this? Why am I showing this type of stuff? There is a reason, okay? I need you to stay with me and just be patient. I'm going to try to get
It'll all come together, folks.
I promise you it will all come together. And the reason why I showed all that and kind of front-loaded a little bit of that is because of some of the statements that is made by this guy. In case you guys needed more evidence.
Talk about the areolas.
Oh, wait on. We got to talk about the areolas, guys. Trippy Savage with 5 says he spray paint garage door and the thing on his front side page match. Yeah, exactly. The handwriting. Trippy's saying the handwriting matches.
Sure, lines up. Why not?
Yeah, he may be on something there, Trippy.
Go to jail. Go directly to jail.
So the reason why I front loaded is there were some statements made in this documentary. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to crank this thing up on the playback speed.
You keep on calling this a documentary. Is this a documentary? Or is this an interview? This is an interview, right?
This is the interview. What we're fixing to watch here. Let me actually just bring it on up here on the screen here for the audience to see. This is the actual documentary. Let me shrink it down here. Where you guys say this was made by Lunar Parks. This was put out a day ago. He's got 57 subs, but this thing's been viewed 1.2 thousand times. Okay.
GG.
So kudos for him. Major kudos. So
it was a good idea.
We're going to watch this. I've got it in 1.5 speed, so it's going to speed up a little bit, but let's just watch and listen to this. I think all things considered, this was very well done. I think I have to give props to Lunar on this. I think the interview was done really well. I think the editing and stuff was done really well on this. So I give him some props. So anyway, with any much more to do, here we go.
988 is a popular YouTuber who had his house vandalized with writing on the house saying things like thief and pedophile. A car in his driveway was also vandalized during the incident. Boogie2988 ran to Twitter to tell people that Flaming Star, a medicine man in chief of his own Native American tribe and financial guru, was to blame for this vandalism.
Chief Flaming Star. He's a Native American medicine man, and legally recognized by the state of the government.
This is his story.
So how do you view me?
I view you as someone who needs to have their story told because someone else is telling their story.
Well, what were you able to gather off the internet?
So, I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, it's really just the stuff involving Boogie2988 and some of the stories he told.
What is the stories? What's your version of the story right now?
Well, it's not mine. It's his version of the story. But I want you to feedback on it.
What's his version of the story right now?
Okay,
in about 10 sentences.
Pause real quick. He is coming in hot. That's like coming in hot, right? That's like yeah. So what you heard about me? He's like, okay, calm down now. Yeah. All right, take some mushrooms, or maybe don't.
He's a flaming star. What did you expect?
Exactly. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
On the third day that he was here, he grabbed my elderly dog, Sammy, who's arthritic and has arthritis in his back and his legs. Grabbed him by the nape of his neck and stared in his face like he's a dog trainer, raised his voice. And he did that because my dog barked at him.
You were at his house to help him with a workout routine, and that he claimed that you screamed in his dog's face.
A workout routine?
He was saying that you were there to help him lose weight initially.
Did you see the video?
Yeah.
Of me at his house?
I knew I wasn't going to be able to do this alone, and I knew my girlfriend Desi would be there for me, but I have a friend who is a medicine man for the Native American clan that he's a chief of.
Where I'm at his house, in his living room, performing metaphysical activity.
Yeah. So what?
Okay.
What about
So
that?
what did I do there? What did I do in that video?
I didn't see you yell at a dog's face.
No, I did not.
You're saying that you're saying you didn't do that.
I like that he's getting hung up on the totally wrong thing. He's like, Lunar Parks is just like, so you screamed in a dog's face, and this guy's just like, it was not a workout routine, okay? I was performing metaphysical magics, all right? Like, I rolled a D20. Shut up. Like, Jesus, man.
It's well, it just gets kookier. The longer this conversation goes with this guy, the deeper the rabbit hole we get into. All right. I hope that I wouldn't trust breadcrumbs on this one. I hope you've got like a really stout, like repelling line that you've got, anchored yourself to, and it's like anchored to a good solid thing. Because to pull ourselves back up out of this, it might actually take that. I'm not even lying on this. All right.
That never happened.
So he's making up lies about you.
Of course he does. Next. Well, you'll find out why. Keep going with the story. What's next?
You'll find out why.
Yeah.
During the altercation about my dog, I'm like, get the hell out of here. Raise my voice with him. And he's like, you forfeited your magic cards. Those belong to me now. And I'm like, the hell I have. So I called our mutual friend who's going to catalog everything. Glenn Whitman owns the local gaming stores.
That he keeps them.
And Glenn went and got my cards for me and brought them back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And thank God for Glenn, because I wouldn't have been able to do anything. But Ryan handed them over.
The next thing would be the Magic the Gathering cards, where he claimed that you had intent on purchasing them, and he had a middleman in between you guys who had the cards, or you were in possession.
He didn't have a middleman. I had a middleman because that middleman has been my friend since 2016 because he bought my video game brand.
Okay, so what happened with that then? Why?
What?
Yes, this guy is a video game developer. You didn't know that?
He works at Nintendo? What?
Hey, not only is he a shaman that can help you with metaphysical, rehabilitation, right? You get your chi in line with your chai, but your yin and your yang. But he's also a video game developer.
I've heard of feng shui. That'd be really great if his video game brand was named Fun Shui. That'd work. That'd work really well.
Yeah.
Also, he Skeletalks. Hey, yo, I mentioned you before, Skelly. You're the person who actually told me about Lunar Parks for the first time, so it's funny. It's just funny you're here. Anyway, keep going.
Why does Boogie say that cards were stolen?
He came to me while I was there and said, hey, I heard that you're a financial guru. I said, yes, that's what happens when you make $5.3 billion in your lifetime.
$5.3 billion in his lifetime. Now,
this guy?
Hang on. Remember, guys, we have a GoFundMe for $900. And listen what he says. Hi, my name is Ryan, and I'm fighting 3 terminal illnesses. I was robbed earlier this year, and it set my bank account upside down. If you could please donate to help set my account anew, I would be able to further help the general public. May the positive vibrations of the universe forever be in your favor.
Well, you know what I have to say about this fundraiser is we have no reason not to trust him.
No.
I would never give anybody named Ryan money, so
Yeah.
Based.
So all I know is that for somebody who, hang on here, let me do this here. Let me back this up just a second.
I heard that you're a financial guru. I said, yes, that's what happens when you make $5.3 billion in your life.
So if you made $5.3 billion, that's with a B, boys and girls, not an M.
A lot of money.
Why do you need $900 to set your checking account right?
Well, Riv, how do you think he became a multi-billionaire? Okay, it's because every single dollar counts. All right, you gotta like count it up. You got to divide by 0 somehow, and then that's how you make your millions. All right, if you do enough mushrooms, it all makes sense. I think.
I mean, we could ask Bunny. We could ask Bunny. She knows.
Oh, oh my God! What if this guy was the origin of Molly Ringwald? Maybe that's how he made his money.
I don't know.
Seems like a fun guy.
Listen, guys, whatever you do. Now listen, I'm serious here. I want you to listen to me. I'm being very, very serious here. I do not want you guys going to this guy's Facebook page. I don't want you guys going to Boogie's Twitter or anything like that. Because we do not want to dogpile the situation. So
no.
We're just
everybody let bygones be bygones. That should be between them. Nobody else should get involved.
Nope.
For any reason.
Exactly. Let's just watch. Yeah. This is entertainment. We're just doing this for entertainment. A few yucks.
Yeah, we're just doing this for yucks. This is just for yucks. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I just found it interesting, and I just found it curious as to why this guy needs $900 on a GoFundMe to write his checking
if he's
account.
a billionaire.
If he's like, you know, $5.3 billion, was it? I think
He's a
it was?
half trillionaire. He's a half trillionaire, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I think it would have to be 500 billion to be a half trillionaire.
Oh shit! What was it? It was 50. It was only 50 billion.
5.3.
Oh, just 5. Oh, I'm sorry. I put way too many
I know
zeros there.
math.
I don't know where
Math. You know, when you start talking math, it can get real confusing. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah. I had somebody mention like 2K for some reason the other day, and I was just really confused. It was more actually they got it wrong. It was actually 2,500, but that's like a whole other story. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. What's even happening?
I don't know either. Anyway, so let's get back to the video. Let's get back into the interview here.
Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You made 5.3 billion." And I showed him the stuff from my attorneys. And he goes,
"You know who else showed people things from attorney? You know a little bit about this, Max. We talked about this on Clear as Mud. Leviathan.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
Leviathan. He
had
the
Leviathan.
Yeah, he had bank money and things like. Or no, it wasn't Leviathan. It was Legion. I'm sorry, Legion. Remember, he had all the bank statements. Shit,
You gaslit me.
You gaslit
me. Your sundowners gaslit me into thinking whatever. That's awesome.
And we're getting too
Oh my God, is that JFA in the chat? Holy shit, that's awesome. Wow. Congrats, JFA. You really upgraded your account.
Oh yeah, exactly. Let's continue. I'm sorry.
You know, they probably put out better news, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, for real. Yeah. I trust JFA. Yeah.
"How the fuck did you do that?" He goes, "Why do you act like a fucking homeless person?" I go, "I don't have an ego, man. I don't have anybody I need to answer to. I don't have anybody asking me fucking questions. I don't have anybody that I go bother or that I fuck with. You go look, all my social media, I'm by myself."
Well, that's not true. Because I see it on his public Facebook pages, like where he's out in a canoe with a woman, and I guess there was something. I guess he works like an auto body shop, so he's not by himself. And again, he's got the GoFundMe to help write his checking account. So with $900, just a measly $900 will help him out.
Well, you'd be surprised how cheap some people can be. You know?
Yeah.
In the last 6 years, I've had one girlfriend. I'm a loner for a reason, is I'm a symbol. What happened is I went to his house.
Symbol.
He said, "Hey, will you get me out of financial hawk? I heard you're a financial Jesus." I said, "Yes, I am."
So now he's a financial Jesus, not just a guru. He's the actual financial Jesus. So, yeah.
I created an infinite banking model, and I have a ×2 investment strategy every 12 months.
Infinite banking model.
Infinite banking model.
Yes.
What is it? Is this guy a Fed too? What the hell?
I don't know. ×2.
He must work for it.
×2. You can double up your money. So
months, and you will double your entire wealth. Yeah. He said, "Holy fuck, sign me up." I said, "Well, you need some money first. Where's your money at? Show me what money you got." He says, "What if I do this? What if I sold you my magic collection for 100 grand? He's like, "You got all the money. What's it matter to you?" I go, "Don't call my bluff here. Write the contract. If you go look, it's written in his name. I have the contracts. Would you like to see the contracts? Because I signed the contracts in blood. That's what the red marks are."
The contracts.
What the hell?
Yeah, he signed it. Okay. So
no, somebody should set this guy up with Camden Gerard Davis. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like they'd hit it off.
Sure enough, there's the thumbprint in blood. He did this.
Wow.
So this is what this says, because it is some chicken scratching. I'm not gonna shit too much on the penmanship, because my penmanship is.
Is that Latin? Well. Looks like Latin.
It says, "This is a letter of intent. I, Ryan, will take the agreed upon collection cards, whose estimated value of $100,000, which is way overestimated if you ask me. But what do I know? And I have them itemized and evaluated. Then, when a full catalog is presented to the owner, Stephen Williams, the cards will be purchased at the evaluated price. If both parties consent to the purchase, if the cards are not evaluated in 1 month's time by February the 16th, the cards will be returned. If the cards are not returned, the value of $100,000 will be paid to the owner." So there you go. There you go.
I wonder if blood packs hold up in court.
Well, they hold up in a court. I don't know if like a court of law, but
night court. Yeah.
Yeah. if you go down to the crossroads, There is some blood
Mm.
packs there that occur. I mean, just
Sure.
ask what was that guy's name? The blues singer. I can't remember his name. I forgot. Anyway, let's go.
It says there's a letter of intent for him to purchase my cards from me. That he's going to take them and get them cataloged. He has until February 16th, and if he doesn't get it done by then, he has to return them to me. If he fails to return them, he has to pay me $100,000. That's basically what it said.
And then, I mean, if he agreed to a contract like that and then backed out of the contract, I mean,
Not backed out of the contract. He involved a city employee that stole them out of the back of my truck while we were at Macadoodles. If you read the police.
Macadoodles or McDonald's? I don't know. Macadoodles.
You know, when you're on the record like this, maybe you don't go for the slang. Yeah, or is Macadoodles? I mean, you're in Arkansas, right?
Yeah. Well, hang on. Let's just do something. You want to do on the fly research?
I mean, I'm kind of curious. I wonder if. I mean, I'll look at it.
Let's go here. We'll just go here. Macadoodles.
I assume it's a restaurant, right? Like that wouldn't be like a arts and crafts supply store or something like that, would it? Maybe that's where he gets his fertilizer.
Here we go.
You know, to grow his shrooms. Oh, is it? Oh,
Macadoodles. Here we go.
Oh, look at that.
It's an alcohol store. It
is a beer and wine store. Yeah, in Fayetteville, Arkansas. There you go.
That explains all the wine he's got. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Funny how that works.
So there you go, folks. There you go. That quick. Boom.
Police report. They're up for grand larceny right now. Do you know that?
These are text messages shared between.
So here's some Glenn Gear Magic. I think this is the guy that Boogie announced on the Lockout, is the guy who went and got the cards from Flaming Star. Says, I have a video of you taking stuff out of my truck, and 5 eyewitnesses that said something other was distracted while you something other. I called my attorney's office, and if you're going to keep lying to me, then that's my position. This is, I guess this is a conversation that is being shared between Flaming Star to Lunar. Says, Ryan, I've never lied to you in all of this. I've always said that I was doing what I was comfortable with and I thought was right. I've told you that I was not okay with this stuff, and how I guess I even told you when you were having full conversations with me that I was missing context with what you were talking about. I have consistently said what I thought was right versus what was wrong and what I plan to do. And you can call those people, but honestly, I'm not even going to be needed. I will happily say something. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so let's see if there's
between Glenn and Flaming Star. Glenn being the friend that Boogie.
This thing is.
Yeah, because he's actually on the phone with Lunar Parks and he doesn't know to swipe it away.
He knows. Yeah, he could literally.
Yeah. He says he goes, oh, now my tribe's going to sue you. Here's my chief's number. I thought he was the chief. What? I don't.
What? Yeah, wasn't he he's the chief of Macadoodles, as it turns out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Anyway. So there's some more. It's kind of hard to, again.
He had returned the magic cards to him originally. They implied that the cards were taken without consent from Flaming Star's vehicle and not giving willingly, like Boogie said prior.
I mean, the guy just straight up jacked the shit out of my truck and said, fuck you, after he did it.
So he openly is admitting to taking it out of the vehicle.
Yes. You can't make this up, man.
Thank God for Glenn, because I wouldn't have been able to do anything. But Ryan handed him over.
So maybe there was some, I don't know, is Boogie lying about him handing it over?
That's a discrepancy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah. I can see a scenario where maybe Boogie was not lying necessarily because it wasn't Boogie who got the thing. We don't know about this middleman guy who works for the magic shop, right?
Glenn.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Glenn. So Glenn could have, I mean, he could have, I think it's a little extreme to say he took it out of his car. Like, I think that's okay, maybe. All right. I'm just thinking like if I'm the Shamalama Ding Dong, right? So like I'm the Shamalama Ding Dong. I just got out of Macadoodle at the Shamalama Ding Dong, or the other way, vice versa. Anyway, I come out, I see Glenn. He's like, chilling. He sees me there, or whatever. I don't know how that happens. And then he's like, hey, dude, Shamalama Ding Dong, I need your magic cards. Like I need to take them back. And like the shaman's like, Like, dude, whatever you got to do, man, you got to like vibe out with the universe. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, chief. I'm going to open up the door. If you take it out of my car, you take it out of my car. If you feel like a big man, why don't you take it out of my car like that? And the other guy was probably like, okay. And then just like took it. Like I could see something like that happen. And then, you know, he relays that to Boogie as like, oh yeah, he just gave it to me.
So
like,
yeah, do you think it's even possible this guy's driving around with this collection of cards?
No, it's probably unlikely. I'm just saying, like, you know, assuming.
Cards
I mean,
with the door unlocked and shit.
Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy.
That's
Okay,
fair.
come on
That's
now.
fair. That's fair, Max.
And again, he's a 50 billionaire, right? So like,
excuse me.
Like what's $100,000 worth of?
Excuse me, sir. 5.3.
Oh shit! Sorry, I keep on making it way more than, you know, whatever amount it definitely isn't anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, what's $100,000 in magic cards really? You know, you can just like sneeze and buy that back.
I mean, why would he?
Did we link his GoFundMe? We should probably link his GoFundMe. You know, we should support him.
No, I don't really want to do that.
No, we will not be linking
Why?
the GoFundMe because I'm not going to be a part of this shenanigans. I want to laugh at these people. I want to have a good chuckle and go away.
Anybody who has a GoFundMe is like inherently very trustable, you know. So
no. That's only a GoFundIt. No. They have the wrong one. If he has the one, if he has the type that doesn't refund people, then it's trustworthy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure.
100%.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right. So let's go back to the video.
Well, the first time I was exposed in his videos, I didn't know I was being recorded.
During the
Did you hear that?
He didn't know he was being recorded.
Okay, so let me do
What?
this. Here.
What?
Back this up.
Go back to the video. Yeah, go back to the video where it shows him. There's,
Okay, hang on. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to take it off 1.5. I want you guys to listen to what he says here.
Well, the first time I was exposed in his videos, I didn't know I was being recorded.
He says as he's staring at the camera. I mean, granted, he's not like literally spiking the camera. Okay, we go ahead. Yeah, go for it. Cook.
Okay,
Cook.
So this is let me just for the Dark Sad Life of Boogie2988 official documentary, Mike Cullum. This is that video, right? We all watched, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to this, guys.
No, I did not watch it.
Well, you missed out on
It was
Rubber
before
Ducky.
you were on.
You missed out on Rubber Ducky, and that's so sad for you. But anyway, here we go. Listen to what the Flaming Star says here.
During the documentary?
What? Hang on.
Ooh, I did like this part of the documentary.
Is Ryan Arthur DiLeolio, and I've adopted the name Flaming Star.
Ugh.
There's one thing that's undeniable, is that there's always this question about why. Why am I here? Existence.
So
this guy has a meth addiction, right? Like he definitely is on drugs.
Well,
he's on mushrooms for sure.
He's definitely doing shrooms. So I would take it, since he's doing a voiceover, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had to know he was being recorded. He's staring straight into the camera for the documentary. How did he not know he was being recorded?
To be fair, he's kind of looking over the camera a little bit, right?
Yeah,
so,
he is kind of looking past him in this particular.
Could have been out of his. Could have been out of his. How do we know he's not blind? You know, he might be blind.
He's not blind.
That would explain a lot.
So here's okay, fine, but how do you sit there? Because they were there for several hours during this medicine session that they were doing out here at this bonfire in the middle of the woods in the hills of Arkansas. There was someone, this Mike Cullum, Clum or whatever, I was walking around with a camera recording all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How did you not know that you were being recorded? That's what I can't.
Well, you know what kills me is that my steel man for this is like, okay, let's say he actually didn't know that he was being recorded. Mm-hmm. So what? It's a public place, right? Or were they doing this on private property? You know, that he owns with his $500,000 billion or whatever the fuck he's got.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So anyway, let's get on for the rest of the interview, because he makes an assertion here that gets even wilder. So listen to this.
What's really happening? Who am I?
Hang on.
That's the previous one.
Happened.
hate that. I hate when it does that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So you were unaware that you were going to be in a documentary?
I have a lawsuit filed through the Rojas Smith attorney group with 6 attorneys suing Mike Klum.
Yeah, that's a crazy. I had no
Nobody
idea.
told that part of the story.
Bruh.
That's a crazy thing.
So he's suing. He's got 6 attorneys that is suing Mike Klum because of this.
But it's through Native American courts, right? I mean, that's what I just read. I don't know if that's true, but I did see somebody was it was Toxic Dome in chat, so I don't know. But he said, where is Flaming Star suing Boogie? I'm not familiar with tribal court system, so I'm
gonna go out on a limb.
Have specific rules, but
let me bring up the cam so everybody can see me here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. My big fat butt is gonna waddle out on this limb.
All right, I'm ready.
I don't think this guy's really a shaman.
Damn.
How?
Wow. It's crazy.
Are you sure?
That must be a really thick limb, by the way.
It's not really a thick limb at all. It's pretty damn tiny. Because I think this guy created a universe in his mind through his psychedelic endeavors.
His mind's eye.
In his mind, yeah, that he's this potent medicine man. Because there's some things that he says in this interview that really is kind of sus as hell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue listening to listening to the
thing then. Because if you're like non-consensual,
They have profiteered off of me immensely and then trashed me online. If that's not covert narcissism, I don't know what it fucking is, man.
No, I agree. That's definitely if you we're not consenting to being in the documentary.
Dude, did I get paid for that? Ask anybody if I got paid for that. Ask him if I charged for.
So I don't know if this matters or not, but I can tell you that Mike Klum's channel was not monetized at the release of that documentary. He didn't have any he had zero. He did not have any previous videos. He did not have the sub count or the watch hours to garner monetization. He of course he subsequently
got it. Oh,
yeah,
he got it.
Yeah, he got it. But I don't know if I didn't see any type of like things noting like brand deals or sponsorships or anything like that. I know Boogie even said that he didn't get paid, other than I think we seen the documentary, he might paid for his Taco Bell one night or something. You know what I'm saying?
You see where Boogie's sitting right now?
Yeah.
That's the limb that Peepaw was on.
That's a log. Ooh. I think you actually might even be able to say.
Got him!
Wood.
For ceremonies. I don't. He tipped me $100 bill, I think, for that.
W.
He tipped me that. I drove him 2 hours out to sacred ceremonial grounds that belong to the Native Americans. And that's where we were at. That's why it looks so fucking beautiful out there, by the way.
Oh. Okay. That's actually fair enough. If I'm taking his word for it and that was Native American land, I don't know what the rules are for filming on Native American land, because I don't know if this is classified as private land or whatever. So my steelman might totally be off base there. But fair enough. Because we got to get well versed in Native American law.
I would have to research, but I'm gonna say trepidatiously
that's bullshit.
He would have had to travel over into Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay,
where the wind goes swiftly down the plains, right? Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is Oklahoma, for the most part, the majority of that state is considered Indian territory or Indian, under Indian tribal ground. To my knowledge, there is none in the state of Arkansas. Now, I could be mistaken, and I would have to actually research deeper into that. So I won't say unequivocally and 100%. But if they travel 2 hours, knowing where they live, where Boogie lives and stuff, to me, that's about the time that you would get over into Oklahoma. So that's why I say what I said. So,
Okay.
Desi. Now we're going to talk about Desi, which is, of course, Boogie's girlfriend. Evidently, she was tripping balls too. This story
Oh,
here.
that's not. I didn't even think about that.
This story is really wild, guys. Listen to this.
They took a Native American, a chieftain. I'm not just a Native American. I'm a chief. Hold on. First off, I'd like to see a white guy make it to be adopted by the Cherokee and then become chief. Fucking pull that off.
I wouldn't
pull that off, right? Pull that off.
What?
And then,
yes, he's a white boy. He white bread just like me, and he was quote adopted into the Cherokee tribe
and became a chief.
I
don't think that's how that works.
It is not.
I don't think you. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Arkansas does have native tribes. You are
about
correct.
the areolas.
Toxic. You're correct. Hang on, we got another donation from. I'll get to that donation in a second. You're correct. There were and are Native Americans in the state of Arkansas. But what I'm saying is I don't believe they have like designated like reservation land within the state of Arkansas. There are some, like over in the eastern part of the state, there are some burial mounds and stuff, right? That is like under a national park and stuff where you can't go in there and just, muck about and what have you. But to actually have like designated land where the Native Americans can live and reside and do things, I don't believe that exists in Arkansas. So anyway,
Okay.
I'm just saying that. Trippy Savage, $5 says, what rolls downstairs along or in pairs? What makes a neighbor's dog? Well, what's great for a snack and fits on your back? It's a log.
Oh boy.
Log.
It's
big,
yeah, exactly.
it's heavy, it's wood.
It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Yeah. Log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's great. That's a great one.
Thank you for that.
Thank you,
$5
Trippy.
donation. I appreciate that. Trippy.
Oh boy. All right. I think we're going hard on never mind. That didn't work. That pun didn't work. Abort. Press play. Oh god.
then go beat 3 terminal illnesses and then go save this fat fuck.
So
and then he turns you into a victim and then says you're a pedophile, a sex addict, a porn star, chick thing. I went to prison for all this shit.
What?
Yeah, I don't
Boogie
know
said
where
what?
that's coming from. The only person I remember Boogie saying was, doing, was him. Boogie bought the ladies of the evening. He engaged in, escorts and, that I don't.
So he was tripping balls while he was watching that documentary, and he thought the whole thing was about him somehow.
I guess, yes. I think that's what they call transference.
Projection.
Projection,
I think
something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, your guess is as good as mine. This segment was a little bit confusing to me too. But anyway, here's what
That's all lies. I went to his house and picked up his dog and screamed at his dog. You really think I would do that as a federally licensed shaman?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You think I'm going to go do that?
I'm gonna say his name is Ryan, so I'm gonna say it's a possibility.
It's a
possibility.
A federally, what does that mean? A federally licensed shaman? Is it? Do they like equip witch doctors into the army now? And I'm unaware of this, or like
I know that there are I don't know if you call it policies or laws or whatever in place, because shamans are the medicine men. They're the healers for the Native Americans. And like one of the things that they do, right, is they do take these spirit journeys. They, that they do, and they use mescaline to do so. Well, mescaline, of course, is a psychedelic drug that is against the law, but they are allowed to have it, and they are allowed to use it in ceremonial instances to, for tribal, purpose.
This is why I love America, folks. We have religious freedoms, all right? Even if it kind of is a little bit weird to some people, and I could be harsher, but I'll just say that.
Yeah, there we go. But anyway.
So wait a minute. So that voids a $100,000 contract because I yelled at your dog? So that gives the right to the guy that works for the city of Fayetteville to commit grand larceny and steal it out of the back of my truck?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that was the only thing holding him to the 10% of the 10 grand that he owed me for going to his house.
So
why would you ever agree for 10 grand for a guy just to go to your house? I don't care who it is.
And here's the thing. We know from what Boogie has said Boogie's side of things, he's broke. He doesn't have 10 grand to give anybody anything. Now, he could have promised this guy 10 grand. I don't know. But it doesn't.
This guy has better booking fees than Bill Clinton. It's nuts. Like, how do you do it?
Yeah. I don't know how that measures up. But again, Boogie is not noted for being the most trustworthy, and he has told a fib or two in his day, and gotten busted for it. So
no, I believe him fully, Peepaw.
You do?
I believe him fully. I don't think Boogie would ever lie.
I mean, there's no reason to think so. Is that what you're saying? Like, you don't see any reason why we shouldn't trust him?
There's no reason why I shouldn't trust him. So I'm just, I'm going to trust him.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, I you know what? I can appreciate this new perspective that we're all reaching. Because I agree. I've learned this too recently. We need to be a lot more trusting and accepting of every pony. I agree.
Toxic Dome says Flaming Star got his shaman license from the Spiritually Enlightened Association. He passed the bar test.
Wow. I mean, the famous SEA, huh? Wow. Never would have noticed.
That does it for me. I'm all on board.
I'm sold. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. I retract all of my jokes. Yeah.
I'm a Flaming Star supporter now. Yeah, 100%.
I agree. Yeah.
Everybody,
go donate to that GoFundMe, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know. Okay, at first I was on his side, but once I found out that his first name was Ryan, I can't like this guy. I just cannot. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I hope he never makes a dime.
I think we need to change your name from Mags to Waffle.
Shut up. You're stupid.
I love that long pause. I wish it would have gone on for long.
Let's listen.
He owes me 10 grand for the services that I provided him at his house.
Yeah.
And guess what? He wasn't the only recipient. I tripped Desi too. Nobody's talking about what happened in her trip.
Ooh.
Now, is trip code for something else?
I mean, okay, but he said I tripped Desi too. So if what you're implying, that would mean that he tripped Boogie, which would mean whatever you're implying for Desi, he did to Boogie too?
Well, hi, look.
Oh boy.
There are some questions about Desi's behavior.
I've heard of
was brought up on Law Cow. Not here, but on Law Cow.
I've heard of milking a lol cow, but this is getting ridiculous. Jesus Christ.
So wait, you gave Desi psychedelics as well?
Yes, I did. On the second day.
Wow. That's not information that is like publicly known.
No.
I retract. I'm sorry. He clarified. I retract what I said previously. I'm sorry.
So
and guess what I did? Her story will tell you, if you ever get to hear her story, she'll tell you I sent her back to her homeworld in Orion's belt.
Oh, really? That far?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow. Does that mean that it's fair to say because he tripped her that he also belted her then?
Yes.
Okay.
And then a hand appeared out of nowhere, grabbed her and brought her back to Earth.
Wow.
He laid hands on her. I wonder if he got permission to do that first.
Do you think maybe this is the guy that that was getting a little bit of the side action that Boogie wasn't too happy about? I mean, maybe this is all full circle here. I don't know.
That's kind of what I was saying.
Wasn't that a wrestler guy? It was like a wrestler guy, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think he was just he's just a lame brain like the rest of us out here, that he just kind of suckered her in. I think I don't anyway. I don't think there was anything.
I'm sure there was some wrestling, that's for sure.
I don't think there was anything that came of that, but anyway.
Explain that, because she wasn't high when I did that. I never met the woman before. I said lay down on the floor. I cupped her ear.
Okay,
I laid down on the floor. I cupped her ear.
You picked a horrible time to pause. Come on now. You're just doing it on purpose at this point.
He is, guys. He's laughing. He muted his microphone so he can laugh. He's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, got me.
Listen to where she was in the universe, and I told her exactly was, and it lined up with her birthday and her star chart. How did I do that when I've never met the woman before?
What the fuck are you talking about, man? It lined up with her birth chart and her star sign. The lines all came together like it was fucking the end of Hercules, and the Titans came out and they started like, freeze him, I will crush him. You know, it's like, what the fuck Disney movie antics are you up to, Flaming Star?
I don't know, man. It's look.
I told her where she was from in space and never met her before in 10 seconds. I didn't take like a minute and hum and put on some show. No, I laid down, I cupped her other ear, I put my ear to her other ear, and I found her frequency, and I told her exactly where she was from. And Boogie fell out of his chair and said, oh my God, he knows your birth date and where you're fucking from?
If Boogie fell out of his chair, I would have felt it. I'm not that far away.
Yeah, the earthquake, the tremors.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. All right.
Listen, you can make jokes about me sitting on a big ass log, right? Yeah, fat jokes, ha ha ha. But I can't make a fat joke, ableist.
And he was right because that's your exact horoscope.
Sure.
How the fuck does that happen? And I go, we're all sober, right? He goes, I don't know how to explain that. If you watch the video on the low count podcast,
I can explain it.
Okay.
Facebook.
Or
it's that simple.
Or
that's it.
Or maybe Boogie
Instagram, Twitter.
Maybe Boogie showed Flaming Star her driver's license. Remember, he was carrying around showing it to anybody that wanted to see it.
Oh right, yeah. She's of age. I promise.
Yeah.
I took her virginity, but it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a W. I promise.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I'm gonna explain to you what's going on in my house right now, and then all of a sudden that changes 4 days later. Because guess what happened on the day that he says I did that to his dog? Well, that's the day he was supposed to pay me, and then he didn't pay me, and now we are 2 months later because that was January 4th.
I love it because it's like such a self-report because he's just like, yeah, that was the day he was supposed to pay me. And I was really irate about it. So I went over to his house and I started petting his dog. And nothing else happened, I promise. I didn't pick it up and start yelling in his face. No, you have no proof, no evidence of that. Like, dude. So you were angry, you were over at his house trying to get money, and okay, sure, why not?
So now we're going to get into the vandalism and everything.
So here we are 2 months later, and now his house was firebombed. They threw the lid from the water pump.
His house was firebombed. They.
Who's they?
Well, we're going to get into that. Listen, he
let's ask Ye.
Yeah, they and Ye. Here we go.
I actually picked up the lid that covers the water. It's steel, and threw it through the window that he streams out of. Threw it through the window, hoping he was sitting there, but he wasn't. He wasn't home. And then I backed my truck up to his front door and peeled out with my truck from the front door all the way to the fucking street. Ruined his lawn. And then I went home, and it was actually in a car accident. Then
he sounds so proud of himself. He sounds so proud of himself, and I love it. He's so confident.
Oh,
it's great.
No, and did you just hear me? And then I was in a car accident. I did all this vandalism, and then I got in a car accident. And then I peeled away from that too.
Yeah.
Okay, Chief.
I get a call from a sergeant, from the Fayetteville Police Department, talk about criminal mischief, and I said, there's 1,700 pissed off Indians under my band. 1,700. And that man took our whole seed for this spring's crop by me spending the money to buy the supplements that we gave him, because what he doesn't tell you is the 1,400 in supplements that we gave him, the money for the mescaline trip that I put him on, the money for the mushroom trip that I put her on, the $100,000 for the cards. Do you know what that all totals to? It totals to $127,000 that he owes.
That's crazy.
Where's that story? Where's that story at?
So he's alleging that he spent, was it $1,400?
$127,000.
Well, it was like.
Well, that's the total.
Yeah, it's $14,000 or $1,400, whatever, for his. Let's back that up because I want to get these numbers right. You know how I am.
Okay.
I'm sticker for numbers.
Sure.
I put her on the $100,000 for the cards. Trip doesn't tell you it was the $1,400 in supplements that we gave him.
So $1,400 in for Boogie's trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The money for the mescaline trip that I put him on, the money for the mushroom trip that I put her on, the $100,000 for the cards. Do you know what that all totals to? It totals to $127,000.
So everything
what? No, it does. Oh, okay, I got it.
He's right. Anyway, he's $127,000 is what he says Boogie basically owes him, right? That's his logic. How we went from $1,400 for Boogie's trip So that means that, oh my God, over 20.
That's a lot.
25,000 was for mushrooms for Desi's trip. That's what he's, so I was okay, whatever, but
Weird math here.
Where's that story? Where's that story at? So then one of my tribesmen, is what I'm assuming, it could be a random bipartisan, I don't know, but then they go to his house and they spray paint this on his house.
Yeah,
Oh, so he's saying it's not him.
yeah, he's saying that he didn't spray paint it. It was one of his tribesmen or a bipartisan.
Wait a minute, but he said that he was there and he peeled out in his driveway.
That was the second night.
Oh, okay. It's like
There was
5
two-
nights at mushrooms. Got it.
There were two separate incidences. One was at late night of one night, and then the next one was like early afternoon, midday of the subsequent day, right? Because if I go back over here to this right here, right? So the first one that happened was at 22:33, right? That was on the 28th, and then on the 29th at 14:44, right, was when the second one came in. This is the one that he said that he did. This one here, he's saying he didn't have anything. That was like one of the tribesmen or whatever, or bipartisan did.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Voltage Mike got the better one. It's 5 nights at Boogie's. Yes, that's the joke. There you go.
That's the
Yeah,
joke.
good job.
Okay.
I like it.
He did tweet out about
It said profile. Well, why didn't he talk about the window being broke and the peel out from his door to the driveway and his lawn being ruined? Why didn't he talk about that?
He only talked about the paint.
Exactly. So you're talking to the right dude, aren't you?
I mean, I think that it's good to hear.
Well,
your
go
side
look
of
at the Fayetteville police report. It'll tell you that the lid from the water thing was thrown through the window.
So you didn't do the graffiti. It was someone else who did the graffiti.
Yeah, I didn't do that. No, I threw the fucking lid through his fucking streaming window and then peeled out from his front door to the street. And I even banged on the door and called him a bitch for not coming outside.
Because he's saying that he's in Ohio right now.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, 100%.
Doesn't
I
matter.
agree.
Who cares what that man has to say?
Yeah. So
You think I care? Because look what's happening. Look what's happening in the real world, not in the fake world that Boogie's telling everybody. Look what's happening in the real world. Why would somebody firebomb the house, throw a fucking thing through the fucking window, peel out from the door to the driveway, and then your house gets spray painted and the car gets spray painted and it says pedophile and thief? People don't do that.
Wait, I can answer this. I know the answer to this one. Because they're high on mushrooms and mescaline. I think that might be it.
Okay.
I think I might have won.
So hang on. So let me get this right. So he says, I threw a heavy metal plate through a window. I firebombed his house, and I did donuts in his
yard. Yeah.
yard, but I did not spray paint his garage doors. So what I'm hearing here is I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
Did not shoot the deputy. Hell yeah. I knew you. Oh, man. Same
maybe
train of thought.
He might not have realized he was being recorded here, because this video was done by Lunar Parks, right? So with a name like that, he probably thought he was like a fellow Indian brother or something, and he was like just confiding in him, and
Oh, because of the Lunar Parks name, right?
That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, apparently you got to get this guy completely on the record, telling him like very remote, like, hey, we're filming you, dude. All right. You may not be able to see the cameras because of all the mescaline, but like it's happening.
I can't believe Lunar Parks.
We need you to pick your,
crazy.
We got to pick your thumb and then put it on the thing so that we can, symbolize it with, the moon almighty or whatever. I don't know.
So here's okay, here we go. So let me show this real quick. Kind of going flashback. Okay, he talked about the wreck. Here's the wreck. He goes, lady flew in the hair for half a second, but we're both okay. Damn, was definitely a heart rusher, right? So this is the wreck. This is a picture of his vehicle. Yeah,
he hit somebody?
I don't know. Who knows, right? Now here's one other problem. Here's one other problem with Maggot's assertion. He tweeted or he put out on his Facebook page the video, so he knew he was recorded.
Okay, Peepaw, this guy literally is he's literally like probably tripped out most of the time. You think he's gonna forget that he posted this,
Well,
that does not prove anything, okay?
I just think in this situation that once again, Peepaw W, Maggot L. So
okay, Cope. You're still mad about the branch.
Log.
No, I'm not mad about the branch. I just once again proved you wrong, which is my mission in life now. So
Bro, you're coping so hard right now.
Am I coping? Okay. All right. Fine. I'm
Yeah,
coping.
it's really
Whatever.
crazy, actually.
Okay. All right. Let's go on back to the video because we just got about 5 minutes left here. Let's get through this.
Anything wrong?
All right.
Why would all of a sudden he be the victim of that? Obviously, he's done something wrong, has he not?
So okay, on the record then, does Boogie have a reason to be afraid? Just on the record now.
Yes, he was. There was. I made a public statement with the Fayetteville Police Department. Let me show you that. They know. It's not. I even tagged the government in it. So here it is. Here's the first one, and I tagged the government in it. And you can go look at this. Is public information on my Facebook profile.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
And then two calls.
Oh my
So
god.
So those things that I showed you where he was showing him taking hand-to-hand combat and was saying Boogie, you're screwed, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. That's referring to. The other one where Boogie showed where he talked about the Fayetteville Police Department was basically the tomahawks were out and so forth. That's what he's showing Lunar here, right? So he's not exaggerating. He's not being hyperbolic. He actually. I mean, I don't look at this picture. How could you not see that this guy is definitely, he's in his right mind. He's definitely been wronged. And
Yeah.
you just,
I mean, look at the glint in his eyes. You know, his extremely dilated
Yeah.
eyes. Look at him.
Yeah.
Please kill me.
Calls were made to the Fayetteville Police Department telling him that his life is in danger. Not his life, his safety is in danger. And they said his life or his safety. I said, no, his safety is in danger because there's 1,700 families that are going to be affected by this. And if they don't have seed to plant this spring next month.
Why would you
remember
do
St. Patty's-
that? Like, isn't that okay? Okay, if it's terrible and bad for Boogie to be, taking this money from these people, wouldn't it be bad for you as the chief to use that money, like, to give it to some fat ass on the internet? Like, how is that not your fault too?
Max.
Even if it is exactly what you say.
Why are you trying to apply rational thought and logic?
Because I was just taught recently that we're supposed to be charitable to everyone. I didn't know that until recently.
No,
so I'm trying to turn over a new leaf.
Nope. You have to go into every situation with expectations that the people that you're dealing with are glue eaters. Period.
Oh.
No, people. We're supposed to go into it with the assumption that they're very nice and kind people.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and they would
trust
never do anything bad.
So
ever.
We should trust them without even a second thought. We should trust them.
So
a stranger on the internet. Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's have a compromise. You guys treat them that way, and I am going to continue treating them like they're glue eaters, and we'll see who fares the better. How about that?
Okay, I mean, I might get scammed out of some money, but worth it.
Totally worth it.
Knock yourselves
totally
out.
worth it.
Knock yourselves out. Let's please get through the rest of this video.
These days, planting day. If we don't have a retribution monetarily wise for that seed, 1,700 families aren't going to have crops this year. What do you think they'd do? What would you do if somebody took the food out of your kid's mouth? What would you do?
I would do anything to get the food back in their mouth.
Bruh.
Right. What do you think I'd be willing to do?
I mean, if you genuinely think that he deserves it, I mean, I understand where you're coming from.
Look what he did.
I agree.
He made money off of that fucking video. He made money off of the video, the second video that I made, and then he made a public fool out of me twice.
I think you did it this time, buddy. I'll be honest with you.
What?
You know? I think he's the one who made the public fool out of himself this time.
Yeah. Agreed.
And the other time. All the other times, too.
Yeah.
Be fair.
Like the money he's making right now? Because he's saying basically that he only has like 30,000 or less to his net.
Well, I think he has less than that, actually, because of the financial stuff that I saw. He only had $5,000 in the bank, and he only makes $3,300 a month.
So you think that he's like income-wise, he's not doing too good?
Wow.
He's doing
He was more
horrible.
with
But he's
it during the
pretending like
documentary than I
everything's
thought. Sorry.
Well, but he says he has like $30,000 that's tied up in like crypto or something, which is not a good thing to have it in, my personal opinion. But yeah, maybe you know what it is. I wonder if he got into some of that Blaze coin. Maybe he's going to cash in his Blaze coins.
I mean, hanging out with this guy, he's going to be Blaze coining it up. Yeah, absolutely. I believe it.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think he loses his house at the end of 12 months if he doesn't refinance. And I said, just to be a dick, I'm going to pay the taxes on your taxes on your house this year. If you don't pay me back in 2 years, I get your house.
What?
So the next thing I did is I went to the.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yes. If a person is delinquent on their taxes, you can pay their taxes, and then you can file a lien against their property and can't.
Whoa.
It's a
All
messed
right,
up
buddy.
thing. Yeah.
Holy
The
shit.
city, and I went and paid
Wow.
the taxes on his house.
Big brain play though for Boogie. He just like allows them to pay his taxes for him and then actually just starts paying his own taxes.
Well, no, you have to make good. He'd have to pay the guy back the taxes, which I'm gonna.
What the hell? What kind of weird, fucked up government shit is that? That doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
So let me get this straight. The government gets to extort me for money, and then if somebody comes along and says, I'll pay it instead, they get to take your property? That's completely unconstitutional. Fuck off. What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna climb back on that log for Maggot
right.
here. If
Here we
if the homeboy is doing a GoFundMe for $900 to set his checking account right, he ain't paid no damn taxes. I'm
Probably
thinking-
not.
I'm thinking he's indulged way too much in his own product. So just that's just my thoughts on it. But anyway.
So let me ask you this then: if you got the offer, like let's say they call you upon, would you be willing to go on their podcast, the local podcast?
Yeah.
So you'd be willing to be like on that show?
I'm a public figure.
Public figure. So this is all fair game.
All right.
I mean, I think that might just be a good place to end it off. I think we have a lot of information here. I think we have a lot to go over. Really, is there anything else you want to say before
I want to say that, yeah, you can record this as a statement that I'd like to give as a public service
This would be the
announcement.
ending of the video right here.
Sure. I'd like to give a public announcement. My name is Chief Flaming Star of the Cherokee tribe known as Cherokee. My band is an intricate group of people that heal others. I hope that my story inspires you to be better and greater than who you actually are. Know this: you have to go through the darkest trials of your life in order you could ever stand truly into the light. May the positive vibrations of the universe forever be in your favor.
I'm not sure how this interview has changed my outlook on the situation.
I'll be right back. I need to get my Keyblade.
Oh my God! What are you getting clickbait for? Jesus Christ!
Stories that don't match each other. Maybe that's a good place to leave it. I feel like when you're interviewing, leaving an unbiased opinion at the door is better at getting closer to the reality of the situation. To be honest, I think Flaming Star and Boogie should talk it out. I think if they had a conversation, they could find middle ground. And Flaming Star did agree to come on the Local podcast. I think that might be a good place for them to kind of settle this beef. Thank you guys for watching the video. I don't usually upload videos like this, but if you enjoyed it, please check out some of my other content. I'll definitely be uploading more for sure. So
Anyway, yeah, he just kind of wraps up whatever. Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
Well, good, decent video there, Lunar Parks. Yeah. Congratulations, man. That actually was pretty good.
I thought it was like I said, I thought it was pretty good. Pretty good video. All things said. I would have. No lie, I'll be totally transparent here. I really wished I'd have had the big brain idea to try to reach out to this guy and got the interview myself, because it could have just been.
You know, man, I'll be honest with you. I'm just because of your vicinity. I'm kind of glad you didn't. You know what I mean? I just have a feeling like this guy. I don't know. It's just a feeling, like a funny feeling I get about this guy. You know. I don't know.
Anyway, so that's the story of Boogie and the Flaming Star Chieftain.
Good Lord, man. How do you find a guy like this anyway? I guess you're on, Facebook Marketplace or something, and you're typing in like mescaline. Like how does that work?
I don't. Listen.
How does Boogie do this? He, you know what? Boogie is where he is because he fails up. Mostly down, but up sometimes. All right. And this is one of those moments, I think, where it's just like, this is just so nuts that it's like, this is a fail up moment, I think.
You know what? I'll say this. Mainstream television should really take a hard look at YouTube, because stories like this, you can't write a script like this. I swear to God, they could not ever come up with a story like this. This is real life, folks. There's a little hyperbole here and there and whatever, I'm sure. But this shit really happened. He really took a water meter plate and threw it through Boogie's where he's streaming because he wanted to hurt Boogie. He admitted to firebombing Boogie's house. I mean,
and he's saying he's saying he's in the right for doing that. He's like, yeah, he owes me money. He's taking the money out of like the poor, impoverished Native American people, I guess, who I'm supposed to be the chief of and hold the money for, but I play around with it with my little drug cartel game or whatever I do. I don't feel like that's it doesn't, something about those don't connect. You know what I mean?
We have a waiter, a person in call waiting room. And I honestly, I think he is the perfect person to come in and share his thoughts on this.
Oh, yes. I am super excited about this. I'm going to get him in. Hello there, Nintendo Mail. What's your thoughts here on Flaming Star or the Boogie situation in general?
I think he's totally normal. And I think he's totally sane.
Okay.
Would you?
Of course
you,
not.
I have to ask Nintendo Mail.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Would you go out and let him help find what what planet you're
What
from?
ails you?
What planet you're from here in the galaxy, and help and pull you back here to Earth from that planet? Would you go?
Would you do mescaline with this guy in the woods, Nintendo Mail?
Yeah.
I mean,
Nintendo Mail would never do drugs. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're insinuating here, but
I would never do drugs.
Exactly.
No.
So he's a good noodle.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. Well,
like, remember, kiddies, don't take drugs.
Good.
Just remember.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. So okay. All right. So Nintendo Mail, what do you think? What do you think about about the claims that this Flaming Star guy is pushing, right? That apparently, allegedly, Boogie owes him $127,000. $100,000 of which are in magic cards. What do you think about that?
I think he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think he just needs some of those.
Got it. Well, don't we all? You know?
Yes, but yes, he's mentally insane. So no, this guy is just a pathetic loser.
Well, there you go.
And he's like not in the right mind. So Boogie, don't trust this guy. Absolutely not. He's.
I don't think Boogie is going to trust this guy after this.
Yeah,
so
I think he already made that mistake one time. So.
But it is Boogie. Yep. It is Boogie though, so I could see him like turning around and be like, "Well, actually, guys, after having a conversation with Flaming Star, I actually think he's coming from a pretty good place, and I'm gonna give him another shot. I think me and Desi have talked about it, and we're all good." Like I could see Boogie doing that in like a week.
Well,
why not?
Boogie has actually tweeted out that he really believes that that the guy is in a bad place and mentally. And he doesn't he doesn't hate him or anything like that in hopes that he gets help or whatever, which I don't think is necessarily a bad take. I definitely think the guy probably is having some sort of an episode. Hoping he gets some help, I think is also fair as well. But
he needs to stand up where Fusi is going.
Yeah, he needs to. He definitely needs to. To be cautious. I do believe Boogie 100% needs to be cautious in this situation.
I hope law enforcement is very much involved with this whole thing, because this is, all the jokes aside and everything, this guy is clearly unhinged and clearly dangerous, and is literally threatening Boogie's life. So
I did reach out in full transparency. I do have open DMs with Boogie, and I did DM him, and I did told him, I said I'd watched the interview. And I said, man, I know you're taking this serious. And I said, I hope law enforcement takes this serious as well. And I said, please be careful and keep you and your crew safe. And, he is, he's as much as Boogie can do. I think Boogie probably learned from his last incident with Frank Hassel.
No, he didn't.
You don't think he learned his last? Yeah. I think he learned.
No, because he didn't put any cameras around his house.
Okay, well, fair enough on that.
You know what I mean?
Sure, but he may not have had the money, and he didn't see it as a thing. It's again, you have to.
He tried to kill Boogie at one point, but that's debatable.
I feel like Boogie is kind of a person that has been stuck
he's gullible.
Well, stuck in the doorway because he's too fat. Nice riff.
No.
Cool.
When I say stuck, I think he is stuck and has the mindset of like a really young person, and he just doesn't have the wisdom and knowledge that normal people get as they get older.
Imagine being a fucking man-child. Jesus
he's
Christ.
Gullible.
Yeah. So
He's
listen,
gullible. You
yeah,
can't.
I
Sometimes you gotta say no.
Yeah.
anyway, like
There
I
are
say,
sometimes Nintendo Mail, like Nintendo Mail highly advises if you can't
Well,
let things go on forever. You're gonna
well,
have to reach a point and say no.
hang on.
Good.
I have to ask you something, Nintendo.
Lead
Did
it
you
away.
did you just refer to yourself in the third person?
Blame d.max on that, not me.
No. Just double down on it. Just double down and say, yes, Nintendo Mail did indeed refer to himself in the third person. Listen, if there's anybody in the whole universe that's allowed to do that, it would be Nintendo Mail. And the members of our Goblin crew. I have loved the stars too fondly. Seth Jorgensen, K-Huck, Echo Tragedy, Maymess, and Pigeon Salad. If you would like to be a part of the Goblin crew too, you can pay us $9.99 a month. That's just $9.99 a month. And you can get your name shouted out at the end of every live stream and recorded episode. If you would like to see the episodes before they go live, you can pay us $4.99 a month to become a Mudslinger today. That's $4.99 a month. And for $1.99 a month, you can be a Mudslinger. I'm sorry, Mud Pie. It was a Mud Pie, the other one, Mudslinger for the lower one. And you can get priority comments and talk in our members only chats and stuff like that. Thank you to all of our members. I just had to get that in there, just while we were talking, gabbing.
I think
Yes.
that's a good way to segue in that. Any other final thoughts or opinions, Nintendo, that you'd like to share with the?
Just the guy is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and don't trust him. That's it. That's all I have to say.
I think that's
Real.
I think that's some really good words of advice there, Nintendo Mail.
Yeah.
As
Yes.
always, we appreciate your support and your call, and you have a wonderful afternoon. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And you all have a fantastic day.
Okay.
See ya later.
See you,
Bye.
dude.
See ya.
Thank you for your support.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, any closing thoughts there, Maggot?
Yeah, I trust this guy totally.
Okay.
Everybody, every pony from now on. Yeah. I mean, I do legitimately. I hope Boogie and Desi and co stay safe. You know what? Here, I'll be the bigger person. Okay, Riv. I know that you wanted a W from this because we got into a little bit of an exchange last stream when we were not sure, and Seth gaslit me into thinking that there was a possibility that this could be like fake or whatever. So I would like to apologize and say you were right and Seth was wrong, and I got gaslit by Seth, and that's just what goblins do, and it's not my fault. I was under duress.
Okay.
So thank you.
I don't think it's necessarily about me getting a W or anyone getting.
Oh, shut up, Riv. Shut the hell up. What do you mean? What do you mean it's not about you getting a W? This is all about, all right? That's what I learned yesterday too. Wait, what?
Sometimes, maybe, just maybe, sometimes the old man has an inkling of what's going on. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, listen.
X'd it out.
Most times I would agree with you, Mags. X'd it out, but not this time. This time I was proven right. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. We will
enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy what remains of your weekend and all that stuff. And hey, remember to keep your mushrooms dry, or we'll see you in Boogie's driveway.
Exactly. Good Lord, have mercy. We'll see you guys later. Have a great evening. Bye.
You just like the